Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ask Us Anything on this February 1st, 2026, almost Valentine's Day.
Will you be my Valentine?
Maybe. What you going to give me?
Chocolate kisses?
Oh, there you go.
I'll eat some chocolate. No,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's disgusting. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you on this chilly night. Wherever you are, it's chilly, I would imagine. It snowed yesterday in Tampa. They saw snow flurries.
Oh,
We didn't get it here. It's been clear, glorious sunshine, just cold.
I was so excited. I said, let's take Bo out for a walk. I was all
Don't say
ready to
that.
go.
His ears
Oops.
perked up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, I walked out there and said, what's the wind chill? And they said 14. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bo.
It got down. It's been the last 2 nights. It's been 23, 22, 23 at the low. And then in the morning, it's, 28. And by afternoon, right now it's 44. So, and we're supposed to be 65 by Tuesday. So
I got 41.
Well, I'm looking right there at your,
Okay.
you know what, but
Alexa?
what's the temperature?
In Fort Walton Beach, it's 44 degrees Fahrenheit.
44. Of course, everybody's, is telling them the temperature now. So it's going to be 27 tonight down here. And I know everybody's going to share now how cold it is where you are.
Well, I find that interesting.
I do too. It's kind of like doing a round the world weather forecast. But
Yeah.
anyway, no precipitation. It's just been gloriously sunny.
Blue sky.
Yeah, been really nice. So, all right, let's go on and start off with our first comment tonight. Is from Sharon Childress.
Hello from Northwest New Jersey. Glad to be here tonight. Hope it has warmed up a bit in Florida. It has warmed up a bit.
Yeah.
Tomorrow it should shape up.
Yeah, it should be.
All he keeps telling me is he wants to live in Naples.
Yeah, it was.
I said, Naples, Italy, not bad.
Naples is nice. That's where I'll move.
He's
Hey, what's the temperature
at houses?
Hey, what's her name? Hey, Alexa, what's the temperature in Naples, Florida tonight?
Overnight in Naples, Florida, you can look for mostly clear.
No, it's going to get down to 40 degrees down there tonight, but temperature was 60 something the other day. So everybody in Florida is getting really cold weather. But that's crazy weather. But anyway, that's where to go if you want to normally get out of the cold. It's that far south. That's really great. Hello to Robin Ostermeyer. She checks in tonight.
Okay, good evening from cold Pennsylvania. Thanks for letting us see the inside of a bolus and the light ship. Wasn't that fun?
Bolus was really a cool machine, isn't it?
Excuse me. The bolus is super cool. I love Airstreams, and that was just too cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like a ship. It looked like an airplane.
I didn't realize the Airstream copied their whole design from them, except Airstream then they took, because the bolus should go into the very front of the vehicle, and the Airstream just moved the door to the side a little bit.
And she told us that there were a lot of RVs similar to the
there were.
bolus.
There were several other.
It wasn't just the Airstream. There were a whole bunch of them.
Yeah. Chris Mondo Biondo. Hi, Chris.
Good evening and happy February. Sending love out to all the RV lifestyle friends from Wichita, Kansas. We're having a heat wave, 42 degrees. You are having a heat wave.
Yeah. And Jamie Rankin checking in.
10.3 inches of snow in Greensboro, North Carolina yesterday, on top of snow, sleet, freezing rain remaining from last week.
And Marcy Campbell's in Florida.
High from freezing Florida, 37 degrees right now, getting down in the 20s tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what parts where you are, Marcy, but that's about what we will have later on. Steve Egbert.
High from Southern California desert. Today was such a nice day, high of 78, camping at King of the Hammers.
Yeah.
Sounds perfect.
And thanks to Italic Bus.
Thanks, Mike, for the tip on the 2 podcast episodes on Apple. Enjoyed them both this week while out jogging. Oh, I'm envious that you can jog. I think I'll never be able to jog again.
Well,
I can walk fast. I got to be happy I can walk.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Jeff Carey checking in.
Hello, Mike and Jen. Yes, it is chilly coming from Barnesville, Georgia, Southern Georgia. Do we know that area?
We do. Yep.
Much colder than my home by Tampa, Florida.
Yeah. All right, let's go to some of the questions. If you guys have a question, it helps if you type question, just like Jeff did there, all in caps. And that way we can jump to the questions or the comments right away and get to it, because this is, ask us anything.
Mike, why do RV salespeople and others call the van type RVs, call them a B plus and not a C? Because they think it's cute.
Yeah, they think it's cute. And about the time they came out with that, the whole van life movement, camper van, really was taking off. And so there was a lot of mystique and a lot of demand for a B, but they were making them on the cutaway chassis, either of Ford Transit or the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. And so they didn't want to say, hey, go to a Class C. So our friend Dean up at Leisure Travel Vans up there in Manitoba came up with the idea that we would call it a B plus, meaning it's a little bigger than the traditional Class B, but we'll still call it a B. Well, officially, it's a C. Look at your insurance, look at the title, it's a C. But that term B plus has stuck. It's a marketing term, that's all it is. But it does now apply to a specific type of group that does not technically have that overhang, that traditional big Class C overhang at the front. It's tapered upward that way. Jennifer thinks that it should be called
a C minus
because it doesn't have the overhang. So it's a
Right.
Class C minus.
Minus that overhang. It's a C minus. But that would not be good marketing.
No, B plus.
It will never catch on.
Yep. So B plus is what it's called. And people have gotten so angry at me, and I say, no, it's really a Class C. And then I say, go look at your title or your insurance.
Yeah, go buy insurance and
but
you'll find
boy,
out what you got.
It's a B plus. No, it's not. I mean, but it's one of those terms now that's used so widely that technically when somebody says a B plus, I know what a B plus is now,
Yeah,
right?
It's a C without the overhang,
Yeah.
that bed up there, that storage space.
And a slightly larger Class B than a regular Class B. So now we know what it is. Dean started this all, Leisure Travel, and blame him. He's a smart guy.
He is.
He is.
Good marketing.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's see if we got any question, everybody. Well, there's Janice Smith. She's not talking about the weather, but she's talking about what's up in the sky.
Good evening. A beautiful moon is shining brightly. I was telling you, look out the window because that moon was coming up and it was gorgeous.
Yeah. Bob Leach with a question.
What's the coolest temperature you can recall in Florida?
I think the other night it got down to 18 degrees for a brief period of time here. So that was pretty cold. And it's been pretty much in the 20s all over Florida until you hit roughly a little north of Tampa, and then it's up in the 30s. But
What about this wind chill factor? Like today,
wind chill was
today, like I say, I was going to walk with Bo, and then what's the wind chill? Because it was cold out there, and it said 14.
Yeah.
So it felt like 14. This is Michigan.
Yeah. This is from Are You Fan?
Hi, Mike and Jen. I'm really enjoying the recent podcast, including the Monday industry news info. Thank you. A lot more detail than most posts these days. Thank you so much for encouraging Mike, my hardworking boy.
Yeah. I just put tomorrow's to bed a little while ago, and it will be tomorrow's. If you don't know what Are You Fan is talking about, we now do 2 episodes a week of the RV podcast. We broke off the news of the week, which we did in real compressed form. And I felt that, I was just reading the headlines and, there really wasn't a chance to put things in perspective, to give somewhat my spin on it, often snarky, because
that's the kind of guy you are.
Because that's the kind of, the industry, for example, in tomorrow's story, we talk about the industry is talking about, hey, the sales were up 2.5%. Okay. Whoopee. This is not happy days are here again, folks. And they might go up 2% yet this year. These are small, nothing to get excited about. But the way all the rest of the influencers and the so-called RV media spins this, they make it sound like we're in the middle of a big RV boom. And folks, that's not true at all. And I'm also often to tell you what that means, when they have flat or very slow sales, slow growing sales. so I can go into a little bit more detail and give you more perspective and just kind of cut to the chase on these stories and have a little more breathing room. They're only 20 minutes long. That's all the Monday, it is. But we have 8 stories tomorrow. And if you have Starlink, you better listen up tomorrow. Big story on Starlink.
What
That I'm not
happened-
seeing anywhere else,
What happened to Mr. Cup is always half full?
Oh, I am
I'm
half full.
teasing you.
Oh,
No,
it is.
It's good, but it's not like 20%.
No,
like
this is,
2%.
but
Hey, it's not below. That's good.
The industry just makes everything sound like there's no problems. Everything's just great. And the industry is really going through a tough time. So what does that mean to you? It means you can probably get a better deal if you negotiate wisely. But it also means they're going to try and sneak all sorts of stuff past you at the dealership, fees that you don't need to pay. So I can, that's what I'm doing with that Monday
Okay.
podcast. Anyway, so the best thing for you to do is to subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you do on Apple and give us we love those reviews. And if you've noticed, there's not a single commercial in the Monday podcast. Now there may be someday because I'm doing it for free, but we've intentionally kept it that way. Not a single commercial. And so take a look at that. And I think we only have like one commercial now in the Wednesday podcast. There'll be, it comes and goes in different parts of the season. But my goal is not to have any commercials on anything I do because I want my loyalty to be to you guys. That's one of the reasons we started the RV community, rvcommunity.com. It is totally ad-free. Yeah, there's a small fee to be a member, but I mean, that's pretty standard now. And, but you get no commercials. People who are members, they know. In fact, speaking of which, all the members of the right after we do this every night, we do an afterglow every Sunday night on rvcommunity.com. About 7:45, we come on and continue this live stream as long as they all want to talk. And sometimes we really get off on a tangent. So come and see that if you get a chance. You're invited, join their thing. So that's a long thing. In fact, RU fan says this will be his first Afterglow tonight.
Woo!
Well, you will be welcomed mightily on the community. So I'm glad that's good. This is Big Jim Slade.
It seems that there has been some news about lithium batteries recently. What particular brand or of batteries would you recommend these days?
Oh, that's a good question. We reported on this a couple months ago, or a couple weeks ago. Maybe it's a month ago. I don't remember. It wasn't that long ago. Yeah, the news is all about particularly battle-borne batteries. And some of these energy expert YouTubers who really do know their stuff have been dissecting them, and they have found some questionable workmanship on battle-borne batteries. They have documented them seriously in what has to be the most boneheaded public relations response to these allegations ever. Battle-borne tried to spin these things as a kind of a safety feature. Well, it's not a safety feature when parts melt. Anyway, you can go find that elsewhere. Just look up battle-borne controversy. So I'm not recommending them right now. I have battle-borne. I've been very happy with them, but until we see where this shakes up, that's not what I'm recommending. Probably the brand I would look at more than any others is Lithionics. And there's a couple others out there that are getting a lot of attention. I don't test batteries. That's not my expertise. I use them. But so the closest I can come to telling you is try Lithionics. And other people may say, oh, try these, try those. These are cheaper. And well, Lithionics is used by many of the more quality RV manufacturers. So that's the one I would suggest you look at right now. And hopefully battle-borne will get it straightened out. Battle-borne's changed a whole lot. Started off company founded by a couple of entrepreneurs. It got bought out. It's a big corporation. It's kind of like Harvest Host. Harvest Host is no longer just, a little startup. It's this massive venture capital funded organization. And when people get too big, just like we've seen in the RV industry, with with the WTF groups, the Winnebagos, the Thors, the Forest Rivers, these massive mega corporations that build, 80% of all the RVs out there. They're just looking at the bottom line. And that's what happens when big money gets involved and it becomes a corporation. Just that's the way it goes. So that's all that was a long question, but that's the best I can tell you about the batteries. Hopefully they'll figure this all out, and
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, because they're, I've had nothing but good luck with them. So I can't.
We've been very happy
Yep.
with ours.
Yep. Two of their big game changers in our Brinkley right now. All right. Let's see. This is from Mike Adams.
Hello, Mike and Jen. I met you in Tennessee. I am the knower. I have since watched your.
Oh, it is Mike Adams. Yes, Mike Adams, my next door neighbor. Yes. Thanks, Mike.
I have since watched your content and find it refreshing. So much AI generated stuff, and I find your channel refreshing and informative. So thank you.
Mike, we need you in the RV community. Come on over there, rvcommunity.com. Yeah, Mike is Mike's a great guy. He was my neighbor on the way down to Florida a month or so ago, and showed me a great way to wash our fifth wheel, which we will be doing if it ever warms up. And
your shoulder gets better.
And my shoulder gets better. Yeah, my shoulder's a mess. I got to go get this shoulder when I fell. I told a lot of you about that before.
About 5 weeks ago, and it's not getting. You were telling me it was getting better, and now the truth is out that it's not better.
I've been trying to. Well, it'll get better with time, but it's not. Maybe it's getting worse. So we'll have to figure that out. Mike, go join the community. It's you'll love the community. It's kind of like what we talked about. Mike also gave us. In fact, he was the inspiration for a blog post I wrote about. Mike had a comment that. What he loved about, he's a full-timer, recent full-timer, and he hasn't met any disgruntled people in campgrounds. There are some, I'm sure, but they keep to themselves, fortunately for all of us, right? But people are happy in campgrounds. So anyway, thank you, Mike, for being here. Glad to see you. And we saw you briefly at Tampa, but then you know what Tampa was like. It got crazy. So sorry we didn't connect again.
I think my favorite thing about a campground is normally people are very friendly and they want to talk and whatever, the weather, your dog, welcome here. And, they're just very friendly.
Yep. Chris Mondo Biondo, did you happen to see the Honda bumper pull camper? I did. I'm not very excited about it, Chris. Its cost factor is way more than typical bumper pull. What I do think is good about it is I think it puts some heat on the RV dealers because they will certainly not be selling those through Camping World or through they'll be selling it at car dealerships, and car dealerships, just like everybody else, are looking for new sources of profit. I do see a strong market for that stuff, but I think I want to see some on the road. I'd like to actually try one ourselves, but I think it's really cool that an automaker is going to get in the RV industry because they are like years ahead of RV manufacturers in terms of quality. They have learned real safe about the quality. See, there are lemon laws for automobiles. So what they want to build is going to be covered by that. There is no lemon law for RVs. A lot of people don't know that. They say, we're going to call a lemon. There aren't any, there's the RV Industry Association, but that's like, the fox guarding the hen house, that's made up and funded by RV manufacturers. So, while they do set standards and all that stuff, which is good, that is far from, a non-biased regulatory agency. Not that we want more regulations. We just want more quality, right? Everybody agrees on that, I think. Let's see. Gotta find some questions. A couple of questions I don't know. This is from Robert Cohen.
We keep our Class C Winnebago at
Wampum Underground, whatever that is.
It's 53 degrees year round.
Sounds like it's a cave or something.
2.5 million square feet. I
Really?
think that sounds really great.
Where in the heck is
is
that,
that?
Robert? I would love to go
Wampum.
find that and
Maybe
and
we
do a
can leave
story.
our
Yeah, that'd be a good story.
Yeah, that would be fun to
Yeah.
report.
You know, there's those in
Wampum.
Detroit. There's those closed up salt mines
mines.
all underneath the downriver area
Yeah,
of
that
Detroit.
is so funny because our daughter was telling us that Detroit was
So-
out of salt,
Yeah, and it's
and Detroit is on top of a huge salt.
yeah, I did a
salt field.
story for the TV station on that years ago. Drove down there. It's really cool. It's really cool. Anyway, okay, Wampum Underground, wherever that is, I'll have to look that up. I think that's pretty cool.
Wampum Underground,
Um,
the Winnebago there.
Robin Ostermeyer.
If you have 600 watts lithium batteries in your coach, is it wrong to have only 600 watts of solar on your roof?
No, it's not wrong. And the 600 watts of solar will charge those 600 watts of lithium, but you know, it will take a while. It will take a little longer. If you could get 800 or even 1,000 watts of solar up there, they would charge a little faster. But 600 watts of solar is a respectable amount. And particularly like down here in Florida, it was cold, but the sun has been shining. Now, lithium batteries don't like to work when it's 20 degrees, but most days it's 40, 45, 50, you know, and so it's pretty good. That's great. Let's see. This is from Daniel.
You were right, Mike. I made adjustment on my end, and you're not fuzzy this week.
Well, good. The background's fuzzy. I made the background blurry.
You know, I've been looking at that thinking,
I was messing around
Okay,
with this all.
okay, because
And
I've got my computer glasses on. I thought, well, this is strange because everything is blurry back there.
yeah. Yeah. Well, that's kind of,
And-
it kind of makes the camera clean us up a little bit. And I thought, particularly that some people, if they have a bad internet, it just, there's not so much stuff to get fuzzy if we are clear in the background. So that's why I have it
So
like
I've
that.
been sitting here thinking,
You're
now what?
I'm sorry.
As I keep needing more maintenance, like every month I need more maintenance.
Well, I was messing around with it while I was waiting for you to come on, and I had about
Okay.
3 other videos, things I was going to put in our background and just see if anybody could have fun with it. But it's amazing what you can do with these technologies now. Wampum, Pennsylvania. A couple of you have said so. It's in Pennsylvania.
That's kind of out of our way
Yep.
for
Yep.
wherever we're going.
Yep. All right.
But thank you for telling us.
Yes. So you guys have questions or comments? Just put
Well-
them in the thing. I see a lot of you checking in and just saying things like hello and all that, and we say hello to you back and with the temperatures. Here's a question from Barbara Longeway.
Thanks for the explanation about the changes at Harvest House, because HH has charged and actually
Changed.
changed. Sorry. I won't have any excuses once I get my cataracts gone, and actually dishonored our original membership agreement. I am canceling our longtime Harvest House membership.
Yeah, they're messing around with prices and all that
I
stuff.
wonder
but
how they.
it's a
changed it.
corporation. They got $37 million in venture capital funds back in 22, I think it was. Well, those people want a return on their money now. So everything's bottom line. You got to charge more. You got to get more. You got to grow. You got to scale. And this is a corporation. And when corporations take over a service industry, and that's what that really is, you know, service always declines because they got to answer not to the customers a little bit. You know, obviously you got to have customers that are happy with this, but your main, you know, influence comes from the board, the stockholders. So anyway, that's another reason we like RV overnights. They're not as big as Harvest Host. They have many of the same sites that Harvest Host has, but it's $49 a year. And I don't want to
Well,
have
then
people
don't.
not, but no, it's okay. Because we're for a limited time only. If you join our RV community, rvcommunity.com, you get a free 1-year membership in RV overnights. So now that's for new members. All you old members, sorry, this is the terms of what we got for it. So we can't make it retroactive, but new members for a limited time get a free membership in RV overnights. And that's two guys that started it out, you know, and they were RVers themselves. Joel Holland, who started Harvest Host, was an RVer. A great idea. But, you know, you got a corporation involved now pulling the strings. And Harvest Host is great. I love them. We still use
Yes,
them.
so many places
Oh,
to
so
stay.
many. You know,
We've stayed at so many beautiful places.
but you know, they keep growing. They bought Escapees, a lot of controversy over that, and you know it. You know,
Everything changes.
yeah, everything changes. Money drives everything, and the bigger the operation, the more the
If you got
friction you'll have.
stockholders, you gotta
Yeah,
make them happy.
yeah. All right, let's see. Daniel Caswell is late. Well, we'll forgive you this time, Daniel. Thank you for coming. From Christian Coleman.
What are the most important things I should be thinking of? Just bought my first travel trailer and completely new to this. What's the first thing you should be thinking about?
Oh gosh, I mean, I don't know.
I guess you already thought about
What are you towing it with?
Yeah, what you're towing it with and what your hitch is like.
I assume
I'm
you have
sure.
a vehicle that will tow it.
And a good hitch.
Yep, a good hitch. Are you comfortable? Have you driving it and pulling it around and backing it in? Practice, learn. The first thing I always recommend, and nobody ever does it, seriously, is sit down, give yourself a week and get the user manual, the owner's manual for whatever you bought, and spend 1 week every night reading it. Don't read it all in one setting. Read it, have a notebook next to you, take notes, put it on your phone if you're digitally inclined, so you have little checklists, and really get to know the user manual. Read that first. Then the other thing I would do is I would write down whatever the model number of your towable is, and I would go to Facebook and see if there is a user group for that model. And then I would stalk it. I would not start posting questions. I would look and see what other people have written, and I would scour that user group, and you'll be amazed at the stuff you'll learn. And then when you have specific questions about things, you could ask them there, and there'll be people who are using that unit. That's the things you should first be thinking about, is getting yourself, you've got a great time. I don't know where you are and whether it's camping season where you are now, but give yourself plenty of time to learn it. And then go sit in it. Go turn things on, learn it, listen, see how the furnace works. If it's cool, if you're lucky enough to be in a place where the air conditioning can go, run that, make sure you understand how that works. Learn about your battery system. If you have a generator, how that works. Run through everything a couple of times. I would spend my first couple of nights camping in my own driveway, or at a park in the same town, so that you can look at it. If you bought it from a dealer and you haven't taken possession yet, ask the dealer if you can spend the first night in their parking lot. Most dealers will let you, and that way the next morning, because you'll have questions after that first night, you can go in and they can actually show you many of the things that you read and you talk about and how to do it. And I didn't mention YouTube videos. Also check YouTube videos for that particular model. So that's what you should be thinking of. You want to know that unit. What do you think?
I think that you have to guard against overpacking and making it too heavy.
That means don't buy every gadget you see everybody talking about for an RV.
Yeah.
You do need a power surge protector. That's one thing for sure everybody should have, because there's so many aging RV parks out there with electric pedestals that just don't work like they should. So that's one thing we would really recommend.
Mm-hmm.
So there's lots to do, lots to learn. Welcome to the RV lifestyle. You're going to have a great time.
And maybe make a list of an order how you do things, like
Oh yeah, the
cooking
checklist.
a checklist, because it's so easy to forget something.
Oh yeah.
And that final walkthrough, just like the flight attendants on an airplane, to walk through, make sure something's didn't get left out that should have been anchored down, so that you don't have surprises when you open up the door.
Daniel Caswell has an excuse for being late.
It's Tina's birthday.
Happy birthday, Tina.
Yeah.
Tina, I'm glad you are a fellow Aquarian. Oh, it's a
Yes.
good time for us. My birthday's next week,
Yep.
and Jennifer's birthday is 4 days
Abraham
later.
Lincoln's birthday.
Mine is the 8th, and hers is the 12th.
Hmm.
And in honor of the Super Bowl, which is on the 8th this year, we will not be having Ask Us Anything next week, and no Afterglow. So we're taking the 8th off because we have found in the years past that so many people are watching the Super Bowl at that time. If nothing else, just to watch the commercials. Did you see the new Budweiser commercial? You saw it, where the Budweiser rescues the American eagle. They're trying to get back to this, patriotic stuff again. But anyway, the 8th, no Ask Us Anything or Afterglow. And happy birthday to Tina and all that. There's a note. Carly says she had a great trip to Florida. They stayed.
Yeah.
Yep.
We stayed at 3 Harvest House and were treated very well. Great stay. Our first RV trip ever. Well, I'm so happy that it was successful. And you're
Yep.
going to do another one.
Yes, you are. And you will have a great time. I think that's awesome.
I love the off the beaten path places to stay rather than official campgrounds.
Yes, I do too. Hey, speaking of your first trip, a lot of people are really starting to think about what they're going to do in terms of their first trips in the 2026 season. I've spent most of my time this next week. I'll spend it in putting the final touches on this. We're doing our monthly workshop on February 5th. That's this coming Thursday night, 7 p.m. And this is on planning your RV travels for 2026, how to plan stress-free travel. And RV travel can be pretty stressful. We're going to give you all sorts of tips on finding campgrounds, when to reserve, what to look for. We're going to answer your questions live. It's 7 p.m. and we stream this on the rvcommunity.com. So if you're a member of RV Community, it's free for you because it comes on the thing. But if you're not, for $10, you can come in and watch it. All you have to do to find more information on it is just go to our URL, rvlifestyle.com/workshop. Thursday night, we're going to wrap it up and close it for anybody new after a day or two because we're getting a pretty good crowd out there. But that's our travel workshop. Please come and join us and see that if you can. All right, let's go through there.
And do you need to explain that they can ask questions and everything?
It's kind of like this, interactive. I'll be doing a presentation on the screen. And for those people who just pay $10 and aren't a member of the community and come and take it, you have access to the replay for a week. So you can, if you miss it or if you want to go back and review it, just do it within a week. And then but it's up forever for members of the community, as is our full master class on mastering the RV lifestyle, which is, we worked really hard in putting that together, and that's available too. All right. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I missed a whole bunch of stuff taken through. Let's go really quick. How old is an old member? I've been a member for about 60 days.
Oh, you're getting right up there.
Yeah, you're right up there. No, you gotta.
When did you start the RV community?
About a year ago, December. So, question.
Let's see. Do you have a surefire mouse prevention plan if the RV is in storage after cleaning it out for the season?
Well,
put a cat in there and some food.
It's that's Dick Pura, who I know lives up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and I'd say crawl underneath it and with a flashlight and see if you can see anything bigger than a pencil opening into the RV, because that's what a mouse can get through. That we've seen video of them, the size of a pencil. However, if you crawl under yours, you're going to be under 2 feet of snow because it's too late. So that's the first thing.
And they have a brand that I would be amazed.
It's a leisure travel van. I don't
if
think
any mouse got into a leisure.
Well, didn't we have them get in one of ours once?
They got into the engine.
Oh, they got into the engine. They
made a nest in the engine.
Yeah.
All of our Bs and all of our Cs, no mice.
Yeah. We've got mice the first time in one of our first
fifth wheel.
Yeah. So,
yep.
So you're probably good. I think I said this. Did I mention that she had a great time at the Harvest Host, stayed at 3 Harvest Host on the way to Florida, and they were treated very well. Great stay. It was their first RV trip ever. That's what we like to see. That's the way it always should be.
That's the way it should be.
Yep, that is the way it should always be. Okay. And 32-1 RV says, good advice, Mike. We've had 7 RVs in 6 years, and I've never read any user manual. Bad on us. It really is. What I did is when we bought this Brinkley, you can download their user manual, and I have it right on my desktop. And I have used that now more than I would ever think. Because you usually keep the manual in the RV, and you have a question, you're in the house or you're someplace else. So most of them will have a digital version of the manual, and get it, put it on your computer.
So I shouldn't give them the business and say that maybe if they read the manual, they wouldn't have 7 RVs in 6 years.
You could say that. I won't
Just
know.
joking.
We're just kidding. But that is really good. We all should read them. That's a very good RV Traveler, Tennessee.
Let's see. Have you ever bought used and bought an extended warranty? And how long should extended warranties cover the RV?
Well, as long as you don't want to spend money on major repairs. The older the RV, the more you need it in one sense, but then again, the more expensive extended warranties are. Have we ever bought one? We've never bought an extended warranty. Our first RV we bought was used, and we did not buy an extended warranty. We kept it for typical us about a year, and then we upgraded. We knew we loved the lifestyle, and we got a new one. And all of our others have been new, and we've just not needed to get an extended because we've still had the original warranty when we sold it and upgraded. It's like flipping a house, we just try to upgrade.
We're
it.
a little ADD.
We lose a little money every time we do it, but still it's good.
But you get some great deals out there because we sell these brand new RVs.
Yes, we do. Yeah, you might want to buy our Brinkley. It's about time. We've had it not quite a year. No,
We've had 6 months.
Have I seen the video by Brett Davis, founder and president of National RV something or other? No, I haven't. I don't even know who he is, so I have not seen it. Nope. Shirley B. Van Life, her birthday is the 17th.
Lots of Aquarians running around out there. Lots of us born in February.
Tropical Caper says you could do AUA during halftime. Nope, we're watching Turning Point's halftime show on the 8th. So we'll be watching a halftime show, not the Super Bowl show, and it won't be Ask Us Anything. Let's see, something or other station. I have to look at that carefully. We're all Aquarians. Her birthday's tomorrow, or his or hers. Congratulations to you.
Well, my mother's birthday was the 4th.
And Joyce's birthday is February 7th. Congratulations
It seems
to
like
Joyce.
we have a lot of family members with birthdays in October.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how that works out, but.
And we got to get going here. We got time for 2 more, and then we've got to jump over and do our Afterglow. Chris Mondo Biondo.
We used to have a saying to the pilot when I was ramp agent for FedEx. We should say, pre-departure walk around is complete. All cargo hatches are secure, and we're clear to start the engines. That is, boy, print those up and sell them at an RV show.
Yes.
I mean, it's incredible what you forget, the little things.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't believe it. We were forgetting to hook the bathroom door. Oh, the TV was up instead of put down because we never watched TV.
And we watched it the night before.
Yeah.
And
little things.
But I think some of that was because we did things out of order. So that's why that having a list, and you need to get in the zone when you unhook and when you hook, or when you set up camp and when you take down camp, if it's a motorhome.
So
you're in the zone, no distractions, do everything in the same exact order every time. And you won't have problems.
I know you're all going to find this really hard to believe, but it is so hard for me to be quiet and not to say anything, just to let you do your thing.
Yep. And then we double check each other. Like, I forgot to bring the TV down, which is what I usually do if we watch television. You caught that. We caught the shower door hadn't been latched.
Oh, I left a vacuum under the
Yep.
table, and you were bringing the slide in.
Yep.
And, this little handheld
It
vacuum.
would have torn off some molding.
It would have been
Yep.
big mess.
So
I forgot.
yep.
I don't know where to put this vacuum.
So
I have not figured out where it goes.
All right. 2 more questions. This is from Zane.
I bet he will. Will you talk about using AI for trip planning in this workshop?
Yes.
I'll bet you $100 he
I
will.
sure will.
Bet you $1,000
I'm a
he
big
will.
fan of using AI for trip planning. It's really done a great job for me. I found 2 or 3 campgrounds I never would have found, I don't think, with that. All right, last one right here. This one is from Joanne.
When a newbie and other folks, including us, reach out with experienced RVers community, like we are doing here, breathe and enjoy the journey.
She's basically saying this whole idea of having like our RV community is just a great deal because you're connecting, you're making friends with other people, and people are there to answer you.
Breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I mean, you post something on our community, you have an issue, and you'll have an answer within minutes from somebody. And it won't be like on Facebook where it's sarcastic. Okay, hey, don't forget, I got to get over and get ready for the Afterglow over on RV Community. Yes, if you quickly join, go to rvcommunity.com, you can join and you can participate in that. You'll see a little live icon up when you log in after you get your password and everything, and then you can join us there. Don't forget the workshop coming up this Thursday night. I hope to see many of you there. Podcast out tomorrow, lots of industry news. And of course, on Wednesday's Story from the Road edition of the podcast, we're going to meet the CEO of an RV company. The one we did a video on yesterday, the Bolus. We're going to meet the CEO and learn how her early experiences camping with her parents took her from Wharton Business School, which is like this premium school, university for finance, and convinced her that she didn't want to do numbers for banks and stuff. She wanted to run an RV company, and she's now the CEO of Bolus. She's got a great little story, and she'll be our story from the road. So you'll meet her on Wednesday, and we'll continue our reviews on different RVs that caught our eye at the Tampa RV show. We'll have another one on Saturday. So lots coming up. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being with us on Ask Us Anything. Please come join our rvcommunity.com. We'd love to have you be a part of that family. Thanks again for watching.
Happy trails.